Welcome to the Totally Honest Cooking Show. I'm Mark. Today we're doing black pepper chicken. This was a favorite of mine at Chinese buffets before I started watching my gluten intake due to celiac. So let's get started. This recipe comes from iHeart Umami, which is a food blog that is very good. And we're starting by taking 2 pounds of chicken and cutting it into 1-inch chunks. Now, you don't need to be a crazy person and measure your chicken. I like to start by measuring 1 chunk in order to see what 1 inch looks like. So you're going about there, about 1 segment on my teeny tiny thumbs. Not bad. Okay, get to cutting. 2 pounds. I don't think I mentioned these are chicken thighs. I don't usually use breasts even when the recipe calls for them, on the grounds that the fat in the thighs tastes a little better. Okay, once everybody's cubed, we're going to add 1 teaspoon of baking soda, half a teaspoon of garlic powder. Then we're going to add 1 tablespoon of soy sauce. This is gluten-free soy sauce. And 2 tablespoons of dry sherry. If you can have gluten, you can get Chinese cooking wine. And I'm just going to mix these up. If you want, you can throw a little bit of rice vinegar in there. It'll give it a little extra zing. I'm not gonna. And I'm gonna set this aside for a little bit while I cut up my vegetables. Next we got 12 ounces of celery that I'm slicing on the diagonal. I've never sliced on the diagonal before, but I assume that'll be fine. Next we're gonna dice about 8 ounces of onion. Then we're going to go ahead and chop 2 red bell peppers. Take a segment, cut it in half, cut it in half again, and you got a big square. Your mileage may vary depending on how well you cut it. Apologies to Jerkins, I feel like the camera keeps hanging low. There we go. I adjust the camera and then it angles down my forehead and then I have to readjust the camera. It's all very frustrating. Okay, next up we're making our black peppercorn sauce. I need 1 teaspoon of freshly ground black pepper. That should be about 14 twists on my pepper mill. I know it's a twist because I put tape on here so that I can see it. And the internet lied to me. But that's okay. I'll just save this for something else. I need a teaspoon of Sichuan peppercorn powder, but I only have the corn, so we're grinding them in my coffee grinder like we usually do. We'll just mix that together and surprise the hell out of future Mark. Don't tell him. He'll forget. I forgot to add salt to the chicken. About half a teaspoon. This recipe calls for about 3 tablespoons of orange jam. Now, I couldn't find orange jam, so I got orange marmalade. What's the difference? Jam is made with juice and pulp, and marmalade is made with juice and peels. So I think we'll be okay. Seriously? Jerkins, cut that. Stop it. Stop it. Not in front of the people. It's on the internet. 2 tablespoons of chicken stock. 1 tablespoon soy sauce. 1 teaspoon black pepper. 1 teaspoon Sichuan peppercorn powder. And we're just gonna whisk it together and incorporate. I was worried that it wouldn't look peppery enough, but it looks plenty peppery. I did that thing where I forgot to hit record again. So I preheated this pan with about 1/3 cup of oil, and while that was going, I put 1/2 cup of potato starch into the chicken, and I mixed it all around. And that's where we are right now. And we're just waiting for this to finish. We're gonna do 2 batches. I also realized partway through this that I forgot to make rice. I'll deal with that on my own. Don't worry about it. Cook for a couple minutes, then flip it. It should look nice and crispy and golden. That's what we want. Now, her recipe notes say that this is a Panda Express dish. I've never had this dish at Panda E. I usually was an orange chicken kid back in those days. I am familiar with this from Chinese buffets, like I said at the top. Loved a Chinese buffet. It says spread out on a single layer. Let's see if this works. So you can place it and flip it in a single layer if you're feeling like a wild card. Wild card! Just bear in mind that depending on your pan and your stove, the outside edges might not be as done. Because this stove is awful. Okay, I added a tablespoon of oil to the wok. The wok is starting to smoke. Do a quick swirl. Add your veg. 2 big pinches of salt. And toss. Remember, kids, the tossing isn't just to look fly. The steam helps cook it. So the texture we're going for is cooked, but not raw, and we've achieved that. So it's gonna be nice and crispy. We're gonna throw the chicken back in, and I'm not gonna toss that because I'm out of room in the wok. The wok is not big enough for this much crap. And now we're adding our peppercorn sauce, which we're gonna stir around. Stir around, stir around. And in no time at all, we have a nice dinner. I'm gonna go ahead and add some toasted sesame seeds because I like toasted sesame seeds. Okay, black pepper chicken. Like, subscribe, ding the little bell, maybe leave a comment down below, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Oh, the lighting just fell. Bye.